Hello, trading is closed on the 18th of April, 2023. We always do our disclaimer first, go over our predictions and then make some calls. Here's my trading plan for Wednesday, the 19th. And please remember, I can be wrong. Trade at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early high, which is this. Tomorrow should have the early low. I fudged a little bit and said I thought we'd see higher prices. We did hit a new recovery high, so that worked. But even though we hit a higher high, we closed under the prior high and all of today's intraday highs. If it's maintained at tomorrow's open, that's a negative pattern. Now we don't know if it's going to be maintained. And if we open up here, take this high out, that doesn't mean anything. But for right now, that's a rejection of the move to a new high. It's a negative pattern. Again, you gap up here, all that negativity goes away. During the day, MEJT gave a sell signal, and that worked. We did rally here. MEJT said it was a false move, the price would retrace, and they certainly did. Well, tomorrow's pattern has the early low. It could still gap up. Today's pattern featured neither the rally into the close nor the straight line drop, typical of the pattern. Tomorrow's open should substitute for today's close by gapping sharply and likely, not definitely, but very likely, giving us a print outside of today's range rather promptly. We had a new recovery high but closed under the prior high and intraday highs. Bulls need to gap and promptly overtake today's high, or we should see lower prices tomorrow. It doesn't guarantee a lower close, but it's a negative pattern as of right now. And it doesn't mean you won't have a lower close. A number of people, other people, using totally different methodologies have a date for a top, which could have been seen today, and some of them have it by the end of the week. We're at resistance from DeMarc's TDST lines. Volatility index is hitting lows typical of a market topping out. None of that's good. Shouldn't be too long before we begin a decline worth trading. Here's the TDST line on the daily chart. You can go one bar past the line and you're at resistance. Here's the TDST line, 89-week moving average on the weekly chart. That's resistance, so you're at strong resistance here. And the volatility index is showing people aren't willing to pay for puts. The premium on those puts is so low, it means people are thinking we're not going to drop, and those option traders usually are wrong. So tomorrow has the early low. I think in terms of time, and most likely in terms of price, we're very close to a top here. I can justify it if it has come today, but I can't rule out one more fling up, and that's today's call.